Hey, my name is Mark Lane with Lane Investments. I'm the owner. I want to tell you about this project behind me here. We bought this property back in 2018, so about a year and a half ago. When we bought it, we couldn't see really how bad it was because there was trash 2 feet high throughout the entire property, all 3 floors. What happened really is that over the course of the last year and a half of owning this property, it continued to get in more disrepair. Okay, it got to the point to where we had broken up concrete in the basement from the water. We had vandalism. We bought materials that got damaged. So the reason I'm telling you this is because I can relate to having a house that's a burden, right? As a seller, sometimes whether we inherit a property, whether we buy something that we intend to fix up and sell, or whether we buy something that's a rental and we have a bad tenant, sometimes we can get motivated to sell a property. And so that's exactly where I end up with this one, where I end up, after replacing the roof, replacing the trusses, fixing a bunch of stuff that I had fixed, we end up into this property for about $70,000. The city started to threaten to tear it down because it had a nuisance lien on it. And so it got to the point where I'm like, either I can spend the money and the time and the risk fixing this thing up, or maybe I just sell it off to somebody else that wants to take on the project. And so that's what I did. We end up having a buyer that's going to be buying it for $38,000. What that means is that I'm going to be writing a check for about $40,000 to get rid of this house. So I'm saying that because I can relate to having something that's a burden, having a house that's a burden on you. So here in about another week, we're gonna be closing on this, gonna be writing that check for $40,000 to get rid of the house. But because it is so much of a burden, oddly enough, I'm actually excited to write that check to get rid of this. So if you have a house that, whether you've inherited it, whether it's, you got a tax lien, a property lien, a nuisance lien, anything like that, or if you just have something, a house that has become some type of burden and you want that weight lifted, we can do that for you. We buy houses cash. We buy about 100 a year, and we'd love to have the opportunity to work for you and see if we can help you out in that scenario.